Welcome back to my round 3 game of GPQ. I'm playing against HerziQuerzi, who's on Blasphemous control, which is a control deck that uses both heraldry and villainy. Seems like I'm going to be on the play. And a pretty good hand, actually, because I have Turn Primal into turn 2 Tensei Grove, or no, I need to top deck a red land in order to do that. Alright, so turn 1 Primal into turn 2 Sackbow, I guess. There's a chance my Primal gets sniped by Pithwilt. Well, anyways, I definitely keep this though, so yeah. If I top deck a red source next turn, then that'd be really good, because then I can go directly into Tensei Grove. But if I don't, then I just play Spiny Ridged. See what I flip off Explorer and then play a Sackbow. So like, both outcomes are, well, one of the outcomes is really good. The other outcome is alright. What colors is Herzi's on it? Are they like, they're on Mardu, okay, yeah. Which is good for me, because that means I have damage-based removal, and damage-based removal is not the best against my deck because I have a bunch of big guys that don't really die to 3 damage burn spells. Anyways, I'm always starting off with Turn 1 Primal Resurgence just because there's a possibility I top deck something really good to do with it. Something really good to do with my 3 mana on turn 2. So yeah, let's see what I draw. Well, not great. Well, let's see what I flip off this thing. Alright, I don't need a second Life's Work. And I'm just going to play a Sackbow and pass. The thing is, Sackbow might actually be pretty good in this match. No, it dies to Pithwilt way too easily. Like, I sink a bunch of mana and lands into it, and then it dies to Pithwilt. I don't want that to happen. Okay, Drubadia, that's also really nice. Do I just play out Drubadia and play out 2 tapped Crumbling Shrines? Honestly, that might be a better play, right? Or is Tensei Grove better? I think Drubadia gets on board, but it dies to Pithwilt. Is there something I need to hold Drubadia for? I don't think so. Okay, so what can I Tensei Grove into? If I Tensei Grove into Alexa, that's really good. If it's Ramsey, then it's also really good. The only bad thing to flip into is Sackbow, number 2. Okay, in that case, yeah, I will Tensei Grove. Here, I'll attack first. Are you going to use a removal spell? Sure, that's good. Well, it's not good, but it's good enough because they wasted a removal spell on Sackbow instead of using it on something more impactful. Anyways, let's see what I flip. Oh, already study. Yeah, that's something I can hit off Tensei Grove too. Well, if I flip a decent number of lands off the already study, then that makes Drubadia really nice next turn. But anyways, wait, this was the wrong order to resolve it in because I should have let the already studies resolve first. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter now. The order shouldn't matter too much. Oh, at least 2 lands, that's really nice. Oh, 3 lands. Okay, I'm getting a really good flip off already study this turn, and then Time of Tributes at the back. It does mean that I don't have a board this turn. Did I already play a land? No, I haven't. Alright, let's see what I flip. Nice. Alright, that's really good for me. So going into next turn, I drop Drubadia and play 2 lands off the Arty Study. I should have played the land off Arty Study instead of Crumbling Shrine, I think. I should have just played Timber Range, tapped. Oh yeah, I need to like remember to play my lands from the Arty Study instead of playing them from hand. Although maybe like there was an argument to play out the Crumbling Shrine because Explorer gets me more information. Oh yeah, I totally could have explored off the artist. I keep forgetting that I can do stuff like that. Well, here's heraldry, so if I don't deal with it in short order, then that's going to be troublesome. Lucky they're also tapped out, so well, I drop Drubadia, I play out 2 lands, and then I activate Drubadia. Well, it's sorcery speed, so there's no way I can hold it. Alright, what if I do Drubadia plus Life's Work? Yeah, that seems like the best use of a mana, and then I'll play out Timber Range and Crumbling Shrine. And actually, I should just try to get my way, draw my way towards Time of Tributes that I know is in the back of the Arty Study. The best way to do that is play Drubadia, play out Forest and Crumbling Shrine in order to get Life's Work off the top. Or no, actually, I just play out Life's Work and then that will flip a Time of Tributes eventually, or like 2 turns later. That still leaves me with 1 extra mana, but I think that's fine. Yeah. So play out Drubadia. Actually, no, I should just activate Drubadia because it threatens a Drubadia activation next turn, and they can't really deal with a Drubadia activation next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Alright, so in that case, I play Wayfarer Shrine and I played Timber Range tapped, right? No, I should play this untapped because life shouldn't matter too much in this matchup, and I want to fetch a Lumbering Hillock. So, yeah. And I want lands in yard, right? Actually, do I? Yeah, whatever. I'll just play out the Forest because I want to get lands off the top of my Arty Study. Yeah, so if I remembered to play the land from Arty Study last turn, I could have like had a chance at drawing Time Tributes in 2 turns. But now I just have to set up for slightly less, but that's still fine. Wait, no, I don't sack it now. I I activate Drubagia, and then I pass the turn. So I have 8 mana next turn, which is threatening a Drubagia ultimate. And if Drubagia gets killed, I'm just gonna play Life's Work. I'm gonna draw Life's Work and then play Life's Work. So that means I can draw Tire Tributes next turn. Yeah, I did not sequence this super well. Definitely should have, actually what should I have done? I don't know. Next turn I'm probably playing 2 Life's Work and then flipping the Tire Tributes soon. How did I beat the Heraldry though? I think it's just like Drubagia activations is how I beat Heraldry, because Drubagia makes a gigantic wide board and then Heraldry is bad against wide boards. But now Herzi is thinking really hard because they have to deal with the Drubagia right now, or else I get to ultimate it and then whack Herzi for a bunch. Actually, if Drubagia gets killed, I can just bring it back with Alexa eventually. So that's really nice too. Okay, they're gonna provoke the gods. Sure. They're gonna turn Heraldry into a creature. Alright, sure. If you attack here, does that... I mean, it prevents lethal, but still, like, you're still staring down a giant attack. I guess you grab a board wipe off to provoke the gods or something. Well, I guess we don't get to know what they grab because you don't have to reveal, because it's a general tutor. Yeah, sure. I go to attacks. They whack me down to 12. That's fine. Maybe I should have played out Life's Work instead of activating Drubagia, because that means I could have sniped down the Heraldry. Well, now it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just going to activate Drubagia next turn because that's definitely the right play, I think. And then I'll draw out Life's Work off the top so that I can most likely draw Time Tributes next turn. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough for Drubagia activation. And I'll fetch my forest. Do I need extra mana this turn? I can actually get enough mana if I grab a red source to cast Life's Work, right? Well, yeah, kind of, but probably not worth it. Okay, let's flip with Slumbering or Crumbling Shrine. Cute, but not really valuable at this point in the game. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm assuming Herzi lets this resolve. I mean, they have to let it resolve because they can't answer this, or they can't respond to this because they're tapped out. So, yeah. Anyways, all of these guys untap. It all becomes 3/3s, which, how do I do this? Yeah, 3/3s, except these 2 guys, which are 4/4s because they randomly have a counter on them from the Explorer. And I just attack here, right? Like, there's no thinking twice about this. I just attack with everything. Was it literally lethal off the Explorer? I don't know. Well, you can do the math. Like, math is for blockers. Although Herzi doesn't have any blocking creatures, well, math is for defenders, right? That's a saying. So they gain 5, so Drubagia gets bricked, and then they take a bunch of 3s and some 4s, so that 6 3s and 2 4s. But yeah, if this is just Xaxes, then that'd be hilarious. GG. Man, that was a really good game for me. Like, Drubagia went the distance. I got exactly what I needed, which was to flip a bunch of lands off Artisei so I can play all of them off Drubagia. But yeah, that was nice. Anyways, Jade Vault Reclaiming comes in because I need to deal with the enchantment somehow. Earthbreaker Behemoth can, like, punch the Heraldry, but it's really unreliable because you have to do it in response, or they can turn it back into a enchantment in response. Silent Flourishing doesn't seem useful. Okay, one more cut. Sahari seems bad because there's nothing good to bring down, and Heraldry just negates the -4. Do I want to bring in more answers to Heraldry? Because right now I have 0 answers to Heraldry, right? Other than Drubagia and Prey. Like, how good is Solar Flare against Heraldry? I think I'm just like going with the plan that if they ever get Heraldry online, I just concede. No, actually Ramses are kind of bad. I'll cut one of them. Like, Ramses soak ups the Edicts, but they probably boarded out the Edicts by now, right? And they only... Yeah, Ramses just dies. Ramses just removal, or it's impactful enough. And that gives me some room to bring in some more Layer and Alphas and some Solar Flares so that I can actually deal with the Heraldries. Yeah, sure, I'll try doing this. Anyways, interesting hand. I will be... I mean, this is a really good hand if I ever draw an untapped land, because I can afford to take off turn 1, but if I manage to land Alexa turn 2, then it's really good. I think I'm willing to take the risk, because even if I don't get it, then I still have a decent curve. And they just play and pass. Do they run Invalidates? I don't think they do, right? Like, they have no 1-mana counter spells, so I don't have to play around their 1-mana play like I have to play around Cosmic Sinkholes. This might actually just make me discard the hand size if I... Okay, sure. I'm just going to bomb that because I need to top deck untapped land. What's the chances of drawing an untapped land next turn? It's like less than 50%, I think. Alright, do they have a 2-drop? Sure. I mean, mill me. Huh. You want to mill my only... well, I mean, technically you can mill my only red source, or my mountain, like 1 copy of mountain, and turn off my fetch lands from making red. Okay, there we go. Perfect top deck. I did not get punished for keeping this hand. And now I get to play out Paleweaver Alexa and then play out Lumbering Hillock tapped. Then next turn I go to 4 mana and then get to drop Tinted Grove, hope to flips into something good, and then play Arty Study if I manage to get Primal Resurgence or something. I mean, there is a problem that Ability comes down. What can you flip in? That's actually I'm gonna discard. Like I can just discard with Alexa this next turn. Right, Crumbling Shrine. So I can plus Alexa and play out Crumbling Shrine plus Flourishing Crevasse. But the thing is, I risk cascading into Alexa number 2. That's what I'm really worried about right now. And since it's a Planeswalker, like everything's at sorcery speed, I won't know if I can, because like if I know for a fact I'm getting cascading to Alexa number 2, then I want to minus this Alexa, get back through Bajia, and then cast Tinted Grove, and then plus Alexa that comes down. But since I don't know about that, I think I have to just plus Alexa first, right? So plus Alexa first, play Tinted Grove. The loyalty does matter here because Villainy is in play. So that means if I'm flip into Alexa and then minus her, then then she's at 1, which means she dies to a single Villainy hit. Am I alright just minusing Alexa here and getting back Bajia? I don't think so. So that means I should just plus Alexa and hope I don't flip into Alexa number 2. Yeah, I'll go with that play. And in fact, did I play Crumbling Shrine first? Or I think I should play Crumbling Shrine after I cascade because I think top deck manipulating my next draw is better than hopefully trying to bomb something that's bad to cascade into. Oh, actually, I should have played Flourishing Crevasse first because if I cascade into Prime Resurgence, this is really bad for me. All right, sure, Life's Work. That's interesting. That's fine. At least it's not another Alexa, right? So I go to 6 mana next turn, and then Life's Work probably flips into something decent. Yeah, seems good for me. Let's see, Tinted Grove. Huh, interesting. Do I want this? I mean, no, the answer is no. I don't need more Tinted Groves right now because I'm already flipping something off Life's Work, and then I have Layer and Alpha lined up as my actual play. And then already studying case, yeah, I'll just bottom this. I don't need it right now. So they can't kill Alexa with 2 Villainy hits if they want to. I think Alexa has already done her job though, so like I'm fine if she dies. So worst case scenario, next turn I don't draw anything good, then I just play Layer and Alpha and swing. Oh, okay, what are they holding up? Prove Worthy? Yeah, Prove Worthy plus Villainy will kill the Layer and Alpha. Anyways, let's see why I flip off Life's Work. Sackbow, sure, whatever. I think the play here is I minus Alexa, get back Layer and Alpha number 2, and I do it before combat so that my opponent can't kill Alexa with their bonus damage from Villainy or whatever before I can activate her. Who do I trade? What card do I trade for Layer and Alpha? Do I keep Solar Flare in hand? How good is Sackbow right now? It's 2 lands, 3 lands. I don't think Sackbow is worth that much right now. Yeah, I should just like minus Alexa, trade to Sackbow for Layer and Alpha number 2, and then go to town. Or do I trade Alexa for... no, future Alexas can bring me back more Layer and Alphas. Maybe Arty Study is a weak link here. You know what? Do I discard Arty Study? Like, do I need Arty Study if I already have 2 Layer and Alphas and Life's Work ticking up? Yeah, good point. I think I will just discard Arty Study then. Moving on to 3. Trade Arty Study for Layer and Alpha number 2, and then... Actually, no, they don't know that I have 2 Layer and Alphas in hand, so for all they know, this is the Layer and Alpha that I got off Alexa. They let it happen, and then let's see what they do as I go to combat. I'm assuming it's just like Prove Worthy, kill the... This lines up pretty good for them because they can Prove Worthy the Weaver and then kill one of the wolves. That means other wolves gets a hit in. Or maybe they have 2 removal spells, like a Prove Worthy plus another 1-mana removal spell. They can kill the Layer and Alpha, and then these 2 wolves just whack my opponent for 2 without anything happening afterwards. Okay, or yeah, the 2 removal spells. Reduce to not. Sting a Wolf. Alright, sure. Do I keep Layer and Alpha around? You know what? Sure. Layer and Alpha is pretty scary. You need to use some more removal on this guy. You can't just kill it with 1 Villainy ping. Alright, yeah, combat's over. Alright, sure. Do you have anything else you can do end of turn? And apparently not. Apparently you were on a single piece of 2 mana removal. Alright, but next turn I get to drop Layer and Alpha number 2, along with another Layer and Alpha. So they need way more removal to deal with that board. Unless they have Heraldry or whatever. Okay, they just pass. Wonderful. Okay, let's see what I flip off Life's Work. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. That's alright. Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. Ooh, that's good if I ever draw into more lands. Actually, I I can already back a land, or I mean, Alexa back a land. And Terror of Shady Cove will just kill the villainy straight up. Yeah, sure, I'll go with that play. So what is it? Minus Pale Weaver Alexa. Do I need Solar Flare anymore? I'm still holding this in hand in the off chance that I needed to answer Heraldry, but clearly they don't have Heraldry right now because they would have played it already. Solar Flare is also reach in a way. Do I discard Sackbowl now, finally? The Sackbowl is a decent backup plan. I think I keep Tend to the Grove because there's so many good things I can flip into, right? Well, actually, okay, yeah, I do have a forest, so it'll be untapped. So now, if I down take Alexa, it dies to a villainy ping, but that's fine. And then I discard Tend to the Grove, get back the land, play Terror, or attack first, see how they react, and then play Terror of Shady Cove, deal with the villainy, deal with one of their lands, and then see how the game goes, and see how the game goes from there. Yeah, seems solid. So I'm discarding Solar Flare here, right? Well, no, I was discarding Tend to the Grove. I mean, this kind of just, this definitely indicates that I have something at 7 mana, and I only have a single 7-drop, so I feel like this is really obvious what's coming down next, but I'm just going to attack first and see how my opponent reacts, because if I drop Terror of Shady Cove, they can react however they want anyways. I don't think there's anything in their hand that specifically only interacts with attacking creatures. Okay, Prove-Worthy? Is it Prove-Worthy time? Yeah, it is. They will be able to kill the Layer on Alpha. Yep, so they wipe my board, which is completely fine by me, which is a weird thing to say at this point of the game. I mean, it's not super weird. And they even put a Fatigue on top, which isn't great for them, because they get one less card to draw to deal with the big slug that's coming down. Okay, and they're gonna fetch in response to the draw trigger? Sure. I guess because they don't want to accidentally draw their only white source. Do they have cheap block? Oh, they do. You know, I should have thought about that. Do I play this? No, I definitely do not play the big slug into cheap block. That's way too, yeah, that's not great. Okay, maybe I get my opponent to tap out. I don't want to play, I should have thought about cheap block. Okay, well, in this case, I play Sackbowl, I play Alexa, and I hold up two Sackbowl activations. Because that means that I can drop, next turn I can try to play Big Slug. It gets countered. I can Alexa it back right away. No, that doesn't work very well. Well, if I drop Big Slug, they cheap block it. Next turn, what do? I just get to play a single Layer on Alpha and then feel bad about myself. So I don't want that to happen. Also, Life's Work is like ticking up. It's going to be a problem soon because I will run out of Layer on Alphas, and then actually I still have Time of Tributes, so that's my top end if I ever get there. With that in mind, I should just drop Terror and then hope to get stuff next turn. And Terror is the best use of my mana, right? I can play Sackbowl, but it becomes a 5/5 that gets removed by a single Pithwilt. Okay, so if Big Slug gets countered next time I play Alexa, Sackbowl, use Alexa to bring back something good. Yeah. Yeah, show me the cheap block. Oh, wait, what? They don't have cheap block? Okay, oh, well, sure, that's fine. That's completely alright by me because I still get a 5 or a 3/3 out of this deal. But yeah, they don't have cheap block right now, which means I spent way too much time thinking about playing around something that they didn't have. But I heard they did a really good job of like telegraphing the cheap block in order to discourage me from dropping my big thing. Okay, also like, yeah, I should probably like describe what cheap block actually does, which is that's a white quench with upside. Maybe ambition. Okay, sure. They get to stag my Layer on Alpha, I guess, but that's fine because Alexa can just bring it back. Wait, Herzi's at 29 right now? Huh? Well, they take Alexa because that's the thing that can bring stuff back. Yeah, that's probably a good decision. How many more Alexas do I have in the deck? A decent chunk more. Am I running through all 4 Alexas? I forgot. And they're gonna drop something. Find happy. Yeah, sure. Mill you. Like, if they actually mill my Time of Tributes, that's really bad for me because now Life's Work will kill me once it gets high enough. Okay. Well, it's at 3 now, so let's see what I flip into. Ooh, nice. Unfortunately, a bit late because Villainy is already dead, but it'll be okay. That's kind of overkill at this point. All right, so I just get to play Layer on Alpha and then attack, and then I guess I play Face it On and then see what happens from there. I still have Lumbering Hillock left over. I still have all my mana-mans left over in case stuff goes wrong. Yeah. But Layer on Alpha, I mean, lets me swing for 7 this turn. And, I mean, with this much life, my opponent is forced to pay the 5 for Face it On, which means they can't really do anything else on the turn afterwards, which means I can... Well, okay, what can Life's Work flip into now? I think at 4, I only have top end left over. So it will mill a big chunk of my deck. actually. I'm just hoping that I can end the game before Life's Work ticks up to, or I'm hoping to end the game before Life's Work exiles all of my cards, which is what, layer and layer. I only have 2 more top end cards, so in 2 turns I lose to Life's Work. So I probably needed some way to sack it. I know I can Jade Vault Reclaimer to kill my own Life's Work if it gets to, if stuff starts getting really iffy. So is it pasted on? Yep, there it is. Oh, find happiness and misery? Sure. Let's see. Do they mail my top end? No, they don't. Good. All right, and let's see. Oh, okay, so that's convenient. And that's also really convenient because that means Life's Work is definitely drawing time tributes next turn. Wait, right, there's actually a problem here because I need to Jade Vault Reclaimer to blow up my own Life's Work. But I can't do that and play time tributes in the same turn. I guess that just means I have to delay my time of tributes by a turn. That's fine. Do I have any base? Yes, I do. I still have a basic left over, so I should fetch now before I mill it off Life's Work. Actually, I still have a bunch of basics. What do I even have left in deck? 1 Pale Weaver, 2 Saharis. Did I mill out my Arty studies? Huh. Yeah, 1 Tyrant left. Oh, wait, I'm out on 4 Layrans. Right. So, yeah, if I top deck Time Tributes next turn, that's really good because I get to draw it. I get to drop it, and then once I flip my Layran, I get to blow up my own Life's Work. I don't die to it, milling myself out. But yeah, that seems really nice. So, since I know that a big play is coming up next turn, I'm just going to drop Layran Alpha plus Sack Bowl. No point in not doing that. Right, yeah. But like this. And go to town. And I definitely do play Sack Bowl here, right? Yeah, like they already played their Face of Dawn. They probably don't. They're probably pretty desperate looking for another one, so I'm willing to play into it. So if Life's Work flips Layran Alpha, then that's whatever. I play Layran Alpha and then flip Solar Flare. Okay, they're gonna Face of Dawn with Provoke the Gods. That's fine. I mean, Time of Tributes is coming down next turn. Or there's a 50% chance that Time of Tributes comes down next turn. I was actually thinking, I mean, they have to grab a land plus Face the Dawn, right? Oh, they're paying more than expected. What? All right, sure. Okay, yeah, there's Face the Dawn. That's all my Layran Alphas, right? No, I still have 1 more left, right? And I'm actually hoping not to draw it for once. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I do get a land. How many basics do I have left? I still have 1 more. I still have the mountain left, so yes, I should fetch the basic. Am I alright blowing up my own Life's Work? No, not really, because I do need to flip to Time of Tributes, and if I blow up my Life's Work, that doesn't happen. That means I draw into Time of Tributes, and then I have to spend next turn playing Jade Vault Reclaimer on my own Life's Work, and then I get attacked with 1 of my mana lands. If Layran Alpha survives, then my mana lands actually gets buffed, which is nice. And then the turn afterwards, that's when I drop Time of Tributes. Probably a lot less impactful because my opponent had so long to prepare for it. Okay, I still have 1 more Jewelbots, yeah, but there's a good chance it gets exiled by Life's Work. Yeah, Forest. I mean, I already have enough red sources, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't really do anything else with my mana. I just play Layran Alpha and swing. Alright, do you have 1 more removal spell? Like, if you have something along the lines of Face of Dawn plus ability, that's really good for me because I get to drop I get to drop both my Jade Vault Reclaimers and make use of them. If it's Heraldry, then that's slightly less useful because I can force them to turn Heraldry into a creature, but then which I can try to kill with Solar Flare, but then they already get the Paralysis trigger when it's not a creature, so I can't like respond to the Paralysis trigger. I mean, the best case scenario for me is that my opponent just doesn't have anything. But that's usually always the best case scenario, just hoping your opponent doesn't have it. Also, seems like Herzi did not get any cheap blocks this game. They definitely would have used it by now if they had. 4 mana. Do they have a 4 mana card? Are they running No Rest? Okay, they are. Huh. Right, Alexa. Interesting. Oh, I see. You're trying to Face the Dawn. I mean, that will work. And actually, you get another No Rest. Okay, well, you're probably going to bring back ability, which I'm fine with because I get to blow it up. That actually gives Jade Vault Reclaimer a target for my off turn before Time of Tribute comes down. Like once Tyrant comes down, and there's a decent chance it does get killed, I guess. Do they know about my Jade Vault Reclaimers? I'm not sure. Thinking about they know about my Jade Vault Reclaimers, I think. I mean, worst case scenario, I just blow up the Labor Ambitions. Like that's 1 less thing that they can sack to Time Tributes. So that's still like useful, even though it blows up something that's not very useful, or at least that doesn't affect board much currently. They're thinking about grabbing Druid, yeah, I think. Or maybe they're planning on grabbing Alexa number 2. If they grab Alexa number 2, they can bring back Face It On again. But that's fine because I can just finish off the game with, okay, they are going to grab back Zubagia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, no, they can't activate Zubagia ever because they don't have the sources. Okay, they're going to take Artie Study. Oh, right, I didn't think about that possibility. Does that help them that much? I mean, I can blow up the Artie Study, but I don't think I need to. Well, no, it's better. It's a better blow up target than Lay Bare Ambitions at least, because it actually does something. It gives them better draws, I guess. Yeah. Also, yeah, these guys are dead. And Pale Weaver gets to do another go. Do I just Solar Flare the Pale Weaver? Actually, no. I Solar Flare face, and then whack their face with the Lumbering Hillock and see what they have. All right, sure. Like, they need a 1-mana removal spell that can kill Lumbering Hillock, and they're not running Exons. I don't see what it could possibly be. Anyways, that's going to exile the rest of my deck. So I'm just hoping that Time of Tribute is somewhere near the top. Like, if it's literally the last card of my deck, then that's bad, because it means I mill out next turn, but yeah. Okay. Actually, Isehari is harder to answer than Lumbering Hillock, and also, it's cheaper, so I'm just gonna punch them. I mean, I had Lumbering Hillock. Alright, that was a game where Life's Work actually did stuff. So maybe this proves that Life's Work isn't completely useless. Although, to be fair, like any card that could draw me an extra card every turn probably would have been just as good. Well, no, in the last few turns, like, Life's Work did flip me into my Lair and Alphas. So this is like the one time where Life's Work is useful. I also got kind of lucky not milling too many cards off Life's Work, and like still having enough basics left in deck after Life's Work, or that many Life's Work triggers that I can still fetch with my Wayfarer Shrine. Because like if I exile my basics and then do Wayfarer Shrine that turn, it would have been really bad for me, since, well, it wouldn't have changed much because in the end I didn't play out Tyrant anyways. Yeah, but it could have changed stuff slightly. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was that was 2 really good games for me because my deck did exactly what I needed to do. But yeah, that means I'm going to the next round 3-0, so see you there.